So my name's Julie Beeling, and it's a real honor to be here with all of you. Um, okay. It's an honor to be here with all of you, and it's an honor to share a stage briefly with James and with Trevor and Marlo Oakes. And I'm extremely grateful for Jason and Alexia Preston for allowing me to be here and to share the documentary that I'm working on. Just a little bit about it. We've already had the main course for the evening. We're just about to end here, but just let me just share what Beneath Sheep's Clothing is. So really quick, I wrote my master's thesis in graduate school on underground Christian movements in the Soviet Union and their survival tactics and the tactics of the Soviet government to attempt to destroy them. And it was a few years later that I began seeing those same tactics that the Soviets used happening right here in America. And so I pulled up the 2 boxes of materials from my closet that I'd used to write my thesis, and then I went to work researching, and the picture that emerged was horrifying. And we've seen a lot of horrifying things shared tonight from both Trevor and James and also Marlo Oakes. And it truly is a horror. And there's one more person, actually, listen, every one of you here, the ones of you that I know, you guys are all warriors for truth. And I am extraordinarily honored to be here. I'm so thankful for all that you guys are doing. I want to introduce, just recognize Timothy Chmykhalov over here. Timothy was raised in the Soviet Union. He grew up in the Soviet Union as a Pentecostal. Not just a Pentecostal, a dissident Pentecostal who did not go along with the Soviet government. The ones that went along with the Soviet government made a pact. They agreed, okay, we're not going to bring our kids to church. Okay, fine, we won't let our kids be baptized. Okay, fine, we won't proselytize. Okay, fine, whatever sermons that are taught have to be approved by the government first. Sure, we'll do that. His faith community, they were like, no, we are going to live according to our faith. And if that means that we are tortured, if that means that our children are taken from us and put in state-run orphanages, if it means that we're going to the gulag, if that means that we are eking out a survival, so be it, because that's what we will do. And so it was an honor to interview Timothy for the documentary Beneath Sheep's Clothing. And also we interviewed Trevor today. We interviewed James about 6 weeks ago. And also we interviewed Lisa Logan yesterday, which was fantastic. And as well as Alex Newman, for those of you who know him, we interviewed him last fall. But Beneath Sheep's Clothing, really quick, the 3 main goals is number 1, I was in the unique position. I saw what a post-communist society looks like when I was serving my mission in Russia in the late 90s. And then I came back and I studied Soviet history. It's just so happened that my major professor herself was an highly anti-communist Soviet dissident who escaped the Soviet Union in the 70s by the skin of her teeth. And really, I was able to learn in a university here in America about the horrors of communism, and then more during my research. But my goal is to educate Americans. What is communism? What does it do? What does it do to Christians? What did it do to Christians in the Soviet Union? And then to show how the same tactics that the Soviets used to overtake our education, their education, are happening here right now. And to lay it all out. And we have these interviews with these amazing, highly knowledgeable people, and also to expose what the Soviets did to the church. They infiltrated the churches, and the ones they couldn't infiltrate, they persecuted relentlessly. Well, come to find out, here in America, for over 100 years, our churches have been infiltrated by communists, and this is going to be laid out in the documentary. In just a second, we're going to watch the trailer. Once again, I have to give my gratitude to Jason and Alexia. I encourage you guys to support We the People podcast and the work that they're doing to raise the alarm bell here in Utah about these agendas, and I'm extraordinarily grateful for them. Please support them. And again, I don't know all of you yet, but I know several of you are in this battle right now. Some of you up to your neck, some of you maybe up to here, but we're going to work together. We're going to watch this trailer. I ask that if you feel moved to please support us. The sooner that we can get this documentary completed, the sooner we can get this information out. On every table there is a sheet that shows how you can give a contribution. Any contribution is helpful. We are looking to raise at least $95,000, and there's been some of you who have already spoken with us that there are people who are willing to help, and I am so appreciative. We want to get this information out. Call, is there anything I'm missing? Um, yeah, and you already mentioned that. Let's just go ahead and watch the trailer, and thank you guys so very much.